Welcome to Diets Are Fattening Q&A Mondays, and I want to talk about a question that was brought up and discussed in our private Facebook group last week. Hey, please join us. And it had to do with hunger, which is a huge part of building your healthy thin mentality. Getting to know what hunger feels like, what actually is hunger. And I've got news for you. Lots of times when you think that you're not hungry, you actually really might be. And also, there are times when you are not hungry when you might think you are. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to say, hey, I'm new at this. I'm going to get to learn what my hunger feels like. And I have a way that you can back into this, so stick with me and I'll explain that to you in a minute. But this is what I want to say. Sometimes you just want to eat something and you don't experience it as physical hunger like you think you should. But I can tell you from personal experience and from working with a lot of you guys for a very long time, that it is. Sometimes your body sends you just eat something without it feeling like your stomach is growling or whatever. It definitely happens to me. So what do I do when I have that feeling? I eat something. And you know what? Afterwards, I feel better. So I think over time, we've gotten so disassociated with what hunger feels like and what the signals are for you to eat. And there's just a lot of them. It's not just when your stomach's growling. Sometimes if I'm just feeling even grumpy or something, it's like, you know, I think I might be kind of hungry. And then, and this is the thing I was saying a few minutes ago, this is how you back into it. If you're not sure, and of course you're not going to be sure when you're first starting this, and you're going to be, oh, I just want to eat, I'm being bad. Okay, no. Do this. If you're not sure, and you think you might be, or you just want to eat something, have something small. Have something. Test it. And have something that looks really good to you. And do your taste buds light up, right? Because when your body really does want food, it rewards you when you eat by having really happy taste buds. That's a big signal. And it's funny because that's a hard one to do ahead of time. Like if you are trying to learn what hunger feels like and you say, well, how does it taste? Well, you don't know because you haven't eaten yet. So you have to sometimes eat a little something, see what it feels like. So like I said a few seconds ago, like if I'm just feeling grumpy or tired and I think it's fatigue, but I don't know, maybe I'm hungry. And if I eat something and my mouth is so delighted, like, yay, that feels so good. Guess what? That's hunger. That's hunger. And I know as dieters, we get kind of hard on ourselves saying, oh, I just want to eat, but I'm really not hungry. Give your body a chance by doing that little backing into hunger. Give yourself a chance to learn what that feels like. And conversely, sometimes you're going to think you're hungry and you might not be. It's okay. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to eat a little bit. And when you eat in response to what you think is hunger or you're not sure is hunger, there you get your answer. If it doesn't really light you up and you don't feel better and you just kind of feel like, well, I killed 5 minutes, you know, okay, then you weren't hungry. And maybe another huge thing we completely ignore, maybe you're tired, maybe you're thirsty. So try these things, and I want you to get that nice connection between eating and hunger. But also a huge part of building your healthy mentality is respecting your body's voice in so many ways, including sleeping. We think sleep is lazy sometimes, or that, you know, you're depressed if you sleep a lot. Okay, whatever. And your sleep needs may be very different than if you have a spouse or partner or whatever, may be very different, and defend your need to sleep more. I know I have to do that with my husband, doesn't need as much sleep as me, and I used to let that make me kind of feel like, wow, I shouldn't be sleeping so much. No, when I'm tired, I accept that from my body, and sleep is fantastic. I was talking to somebody else the other day who was saying how sleep in other cultures rather than, I'm talking about the United States, other than the United States, I'm not even sure which cultures she was talking about, I apologize, where sleep is so much more revered, like as a beautiful thing and not lazy and just really restorative and beautiful and beneficial. So if you're suffering from lack of rest, either just mind rest, physical rest, I'm telling you, it's going to be harder to build your healthy thin mentality. Your healthy thin mentality is so much easier when you're rested and you feel good. It's calming, and you can differentiate between signals. And then the third thing I said was about thirst. I do not say drink a bunch of water so you calm your hunger down. That's not what I'm saying at all, because that's stupid. I know that's a diet mentality thing. Well, if you're hungry, just load up on a bunch of water. Ugh, how unpleasant is that? Very unpleasant. So, but if you're not sure and you go to drink some water or whatever it is you want, and you just find yourself really kind of inhaling it, well, that's your body saying, man, I really needed that. This is all such common sense and just kind of almost juvenile the way I talk about this. But guess what? We have to go back to that juvenile mindset where we had a nice, healthy, thin mentality before we, corrupted it by going on diets. So if this sounds corny, I'm sorry, but this is what we got to do. We got to go back, we got to reconnect, and then move on with your life, and life will be a lot more fun, and you'll be way happier. Yes, you really will. Please like, share, subscribe, keep questions coming. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you soon.